Hi everybody, I'm Matrix Andrea, and today we're going to continue our playthrough of Dark Souls 3. This time we're going to go out of order and fight the Dancer, so let me show my build. And then we're going to go up and fight a few bosses. So, let's get moving. I'm not very good at dodging some of these bosses' attacks, so the Dancer might wreck me, but I'm not going to fight fair. I'm going to use Dorhys Gnawing so I can bleed her, and also the Barbed Sword. So to fight the Dancer early, you have to kill Emma, and that's what I'm going to do here, and then the fight will start right after that.
Lord, it must be. My dear Prince Lothric.
As I said, I'm not very good at that fight, so I always bleed her when I'm playing as this character, so that's what Dorhys Gnawing is for, one of the uses that I have for it. So let me switch my gear back to my normal stuff. I thought I had her there right at the end, but she still had one more hit left, and I was a little bit panicky. I'm not any good at reading the dancer's attacks, and on New Game 7, she's really rough, but this is just New Game Plus, so I kind of expected it to be okay. And then we're going to go this way into the King's Garden. See if I can sneak past this knight with the slumbering dragon crest ring. There's a bunch of pus of man enemies down here, but I'm not going to bother fighting with them. I'm just going to run past. Coming into the castle early like this gives you access to a bunch of Titanite chunks, which are sparse until you get closer towards the end of the game. And up here we can open up another shortcut. King's Garden has toxic swamps, but there's a few items down there that you can pick up, like the assassin's armor, so you can dress like a ninja if you're into that. So up here, this doorway will open, so you don't have to run past that giant cathedral knight again. And you can avoid going into the poison swamp to come back around. See there? With the Slumbering Dragon Crest Wing, you can run right back up on top of an enemy and still hit them without them seeing you. I mean, you can even touch them and they still won't feel you. Alright, the next boss is right through here.
You ignorant slaves. Finally taken notice, have you? Of the power of my beloved Ocelot. child of dragons. Well, I will not give him up, for he is all that I have. Dear little Ocelot, where have you gone? Are you hiding from me? Come out. Come out. Don't be afraid. You were born a child of dragons. What could you possibly fear? Now, show yourself, Ocelot. My dear little Ocelot. Ocelot!
Oceiros is a dragon, so he's weak against lightning, so not too difficult to put down with a faith character. And then there's one more boss, and then we'll explore the area beyond, and then we'll be finished with this video. Next boss is a little bit rougher, so I might have a tough time with him. You can see all the dragon bodies in here. And this thing sitting in front of the stone basin teaches you the path of the dragon gesture, so you can get into Archdragon Peak later on. And they think they're so clever, like we're not going to test to see if that wall's illusory, but it is. Alright, there's an NPC invader at this part, but I am going to run past everything so I can get to where I need to be to fight the boss. And then I'll probably come back here and kill everything and see what kind of treasures there are to pick up, because I can't remember on New Game Plus. Alright, here comes Champion Gundyr. So that little trick with turning your back on him and parrying from, well, while you're turned away from him, I learned that from watching a streamer play this game, so that's just how I always do it, and I cannot believe that that actually works, but it's a nice trick. So let me go back and kill some enemies back here, and we'll fight some giant crystal lizards. And pick up what items are back here. So as for Gundyr, I'm not very good at parrying, but his attacks are pretty easy to read, and as long as I can keep my distance where I want to, I can usually get him pretty easily. The Warden Twin Blades are pretty good too. I think they do bleed if you're using them. That was a lucky find. Also, there's a bunch of dogs around here, so let me use my Chaos Blade to kill them. My Chaos Infused Sword. Using fire weapons against dogs makes them flail around. And over here is a couple of crystal lizards, so I'm going to see if I can bait them out one at a time. Blessed weapons are not super duper powerful in this game, but they do pure physical damage, so that's helpful. And they also regenerate your health bar very slowly. Not really worth using if that's what you're looking for, though. It's got nothing on demon souls. Alright, I'm going to warp back to Champion Gundyr's bonfire, and then we'll move on from there. What you can get past here is a bunch of Black Knights, and they're weak against dark weapons. And we can get the coiled sword fragment that you can trade for Titanite slab, and I'll use that on one of the shields that I have for later on in the playthrough, and then I can use it. But there's a bunch of Black Knights up here, and you can farm for their armor and shield, and their shield is a godsend in this game because it's got such high stability. But these are rough customers. So up here, if you go right, there's another Black Knight with a great axe, and you can get the Hornet Ring. And if you go left, where Swordmaster was, you can get the Chaos Blade. But you have to fight Black Knights to get through these. I'll go ahead and try to fight with them. Alright, and like I said, the Hornet Ring's down over here. And on the other side is the Chaos Blade, so I'll pick that up. The Black Knight weapons are good for quality builds, because they take, I think, 18 dexterity. And they take quite a bit of strength to wield. I could use those weapons with her, but I usually have to two-hand to do any kind of significant damage. One of the good things about their weapons, though, is that it does increase damage against demons, which helps in the second DLC. And because I killed Swordmaster here, his clothes will be, you know, right there, and then there's the Chaos Blade. So I'm going to go pick up the coiled sword fragment, and then I'm going to end the video there. And you can see I'm using Lloyd's shield ring because I like to take an extra hit without taking a significant amount of damage, because I'm a very defensive player. Let me see. I'll just show where the... See if I can find the Hornet Ring. I can't remember exactly where it is. Oh, also, you can get the Eyes of the Fire Keeper in here, so I'm going to pick those up, too, because I'm going to probably do the darkness ending on this character, or on this playthrough. And you can see that the Shrine Handmaiden is here in the Dark World. Alright, so there's an illusory wall right there, and then you get the eyes of the Firekeeper, and if you give those to the Firekeeper and Firelink Shrine, you can open up the Dark ending. But that'll do for this video, so I think that's enough. I hope everybody enjoyed watching me fight those bosses, and I'll see everybody again next time. Thanks for watching.